Hello everyone. Boy, am I having a hard time recording today. Either my phone just does not want to cooperate, or I just keep messing up because I'm out of practice, which sucks because that's why I was trying to record at least once a week, so I would stay in practice and not have so much shenanigans happen when I try to record. Anyway, though, I'm here to do a sort of wine and dollies, mostly because I had a shitty day and I wanted wine. And I was like, well, while I have wine, I will do a wine and dollies sort of thing. I don't have a lot of updates, but I have been away for a while, and there was a couple things that happened. Only a couple, unfortunately. I wish more had happened, but if you follow me on Instagram, you would know what has been like going on. It's not like anything to like panic over, but I did explain on there why I've been just absent. So I will actually link to my Instagram below, because I don't necessarily want to get into it, because I don't want to like start crying at the beginning of a doll video or a doll-esque video, because there was a couple other things I wanted to go into. One was it's sort of random, but I remember mentioning it in my last video, and that was that I got a Foxy Fix Traveler's Notebook, and here it is. And I got it pretty much set up, but honestly, it's not me yet. Like, it's pretty, but it's not me yet. There's only one part that's me, and that's this part. And since it's backwards for you, it says, "Who in the motherfucker is looking for death?" Oh my god, I love 19 Days so much. I just love it. And also, of course, I've been really, and I mean, actually I've been very, 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 very into Devilman Crybaby. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but it really just took over my life. And I have a picture, of course, of them together. I love it. But the rest, I don't know. The rest is just pretty, and it was easy to put together, so I just did it. But it's not really me yet, so I need to continue to figure it out. But that aside, I did get it set up so I can finally use it for what I need to use it for. And if you're wondering, like, what the hell do I need anything like this for? Well, I didn't need a Foxy Fix. I just got it, I think I mentioned, like, as a reward to myself. And I love, actually, not just like the Traveler's Notebook system, because not only can I fit my planner in here, which, by the way, if you, not a little tiny bit TMI, on why I need to use a planner. I have shit memory, and it gets worse with my depression and anxiety. So I like to keep track of everything, because I will forget, like, everything. And I will forget that, like, I did this or that, and I'll feel like I didn't do anything, and technically I did. And I can just look at my planner and be like, oh, I did this. Or, you know, it keeps track of what I did, so I'm not sitting around Friday going, did I watch that thing? And I did watch that thing. And you know what? I forget that a lot. And so that is the main part of it. But also, because Traveler's Notebook has this system where you can have multiple books in here. Like, 2 is just for planner stuff, and I have one that's like a catch-all sort of thing, where like there's not much in here now because I just set this up, but like it'll be stuff like random ticket stubs, which isn't in this one. I have Mystic Messenger notes, because I started playing Mystic Messenger. So I know which good ends I got and which save games I have, because let me tell you, I need to keep track of that, because I go in there, I'm like, whose save game is this? Because, like, yeah, there's this whole thing where, like, if there's a certain spot where you can save, And then from there, you can reload that save and get bad ends in normal ends, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I wanted to make sure I have those, but I kept forgetting whose was which. So I started saving that. And I have one that's books to read, but I moved that to my lists in the back because I was like, you know what, that's too listy. And in my catch-all, I kind of just want to put like things I need to remember but go nowhere else. But anyway, that aside, my writing, the reason why I love having this system is because I can put my writing, a writing insert sort of thing in here. And right now I put down my writing goals for this year. My writing goals for this year is to finish Benny's story, who I have sitting right here because I'll show you him in a minute. I really, really want to plot out, or at the very least vaguely know what I'm doing, his story, and then write it this year. I'm going to do it during Camp NaNoWriMo next month, and finish it up in November during actual NaNoWriMo. That is the dream. That is the goal. Wish me luck. I will do videos on that because, like, I really, really enjoy accountability as of late. So I definitely want to do a video on that. And I also have my doll journal insert thing. So I have like, oops, something just fell out of this and I don't know what it was. Anyway, like this is my doll projects that I want to get done. So many. And my doll goals for this year, which is different than doll projects. Doll projects, you know, I can get that done like any time, hopefully this year, but any time. But doll goals are stuff I want to get done this year. And so far, I only have two, which was by Benny's boyfriend, which so far is a Decadol Fellis, I believe is how you pronounce it. Because of Benny's head size, I'm hoping that if I get a doll from the same company, like the head sizes will match up and they won't look awkward together because it's the head size, not the height that like really would bother me. And also I want to learn how to sew basic doll pieces. And what I mean by that is like a t-shirt, shorts. I want to learn how to make leggings, especially leggings, and especially for mini feet. Like my mini fees need leggings all day, every single day. So I really want to learn how to make those because I feel like once I learn how to make them, I can at least save money in that department. You know, I don't have to, I'm starting to try to get comfortable with the idea that I don't need to out of the gate know how to make extravagant doll items. I just really, really, really need to learn the basics of basic items so that I'm not wasting the money I want to spend on doll clothes on basic things that like I feel comfortable that I could learn to make. So that is the goal. So yeah, that's what, you know, is going on in here. Someone did mention wanting to see a flip through, but yeah, as I mentioned, since it's not me yet, I'm not going to do that quite yet. Once I feel like this represents me more, I think I will try to do a flip through. I'm not sure how people on YouTube actually manage that. Like they do like the top down thing. I don't know how they do it, but I will try to figure it out. And besides that, I've actually been working on Benny's story. I've been using this cheap ass notebook from IKEA to do it. Now, I had convinced myself at one point, probably because I'm way too into planners, but I had convinced myself at some point that I wanted to do all my like writing and plotting and stuff within a planner, like within an insert in here, or maybe even like a ring bound sort of file faxy thing, so that like I could remove pages or remove whole inserts if I don't like what's going on, etc., etc., etc. Like I had this whole idea. But what it comes down to is I just need a friggin' notebook, okay? like, like, I don't know why I was making it so complicated for myself. I used to use notebooks all the time for plotting and just notes and everything. And I used to have a notebook per story. Because the reason for that is because at some point, and I only did this like a couple times before I was like, you got to stop doing this. I would have one notebook and I'd put an idea from this story, that story, this story, blah, 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 blah. Well, I usually have multiple stories going at once. And it would get to the point where I either didn't know what this was for at all, or it just became too jumbled. So I started getting a notebook per story. And then I convinced myself, no more notebooks. Let's do it in a simplified, planner-esque way. When in reality, no. I need a notebook. I need a notebook so that like I can just plot what I need to plot, write what I need to write, however I need to write it. And it's also gotten to the point where I don't like lines in my notebook, which startles me because I used to be 100% college rule notebook line person. That's all I would write on is college ruled, and I would sometimes branch out, but I hated it. I would be like, are you kidding me? This doesn't feel the same. I need to write really small, blah, 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 blah. But I don't know when it happened, but over time I realized that constraining myself to lines means that it feels like it constrains the story. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it feels like. It feels like I can only write one way, which is either really tiny, or if I get a wide ruled, I can only write big. I can't write outside the line. That drives me nuts if I do that. So I decided to go with like this no lined IKEA notebook, and I put some washi tape in it. That's really pretty. I love the washi tape I've been using on it, if you can see that. And I've just been having fun with it and doing it sort of free form and just doing whatever I feel like doing. Like on this page, you know, I felt like using washi tape at the bottom and coloring a little bit at top here just because. And since I don't have lines to keep myself like doing one sort of thing, I can just do whatever, and it feels so freeing. I love it, and I think I'm gonna stick with it for all my stories. And I really just like this notebook. I think it's because, okay, this is weird, I've always liked this forever. I like being able to see writing through the pages. Like, you see how you can see the writing from the other side? I've always loved that. I also like that these are thin, but not too thin, but thin enough that they start to get like a crinkle to them. It feels like the story is living in this notebook, if that makes sense. And I'm really enjoying it. So right now I am plotting out Benny's story bit by bit. I'm starting with Benny as a character, and I have big questions that I need to ask, that I need to answer, which is like, does this story have a happy ending, or sad, or like in between? Where does the story actually take place? In my brain, it takes place in Japan, but it can't take place in Japan, only because then I'm rewriting the history of Japan. So it probably takes place in, you know, pseudo Japan. And also the big question, who does Benny actually love? does he love this guy or this guy? It gets complicated. And then I have to write out about the mistress, who's the most, I love her. She's a very complicated character, and I'm really hoping that I can convey that versus people just going, oh, well, she's a bitch. You know, like, I don't want that. I want people to understand where she's coming from at all times. And her decisions, some of them are terrible. Okay, a lot of them are terrible. And they're decisions that a lot of people would be like, you cannot actually do, like, you can't actually do that. But she has to make them. And I'm hoping to convey that. So I'm going to do like a whole section on her. And then I need to know about Benny's so-called boyfriend. Like, I call him his boyfriend for now, even though I don't know if Benny actually loves him. He is a detective, and I really need to know more about him because, like, he is a detective, but, like, he also works for, like, I don't have a name for this guy yet. I just call him the most powerful man. He works for him, and I'm like, how is this connected? What is going on? So I'm just glad to be trying to figure this out in this very cheap notebook, and that I just love the feel of. I love paper. I love writing in it in, weirdly enough, blue ink, which I bet you're like, who cares? I only like writing in black ink, but for some reason I have to write this in blue ink, or sometimes this purple. I tried to write in black ink, and I rejected it. I almost threw that pen like across the room. It was weird. So anyway, yes, that was, you know, the writing portion, which is connected with my dolls, so I feel comfortable talking about it here. So I hope that's okay. And, you know, this is a Hawaiian dolly, so hopefully with the title up and everything like that, you've already grabbed yourself like a snack or wine yourself and settled in. But I don't have much more. One of the biggest, what is happening? Oh my God. Outside, like, I didn't get home that long ago. Outside, it's suddenly like gotten darker. It looks like it's about to like storm, like crazy. Anyway, the biggest doll news I have is kind of out of nowhere because I didn't understand what was happening until yesterday, and then I got like upset about it because on Friday I got a message that a package was coming, because I have it set up through USPS, like informed delivery sort of thing. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, is it Devilman Charms? Because, like, to take a detour, I got into Eat-A-Bags, which was a mistake. Don't get into Eat-A-Bags, okay? Especially if you're in a doll hobby, just don't do it. Don't do it. Because the dolls need your money. Anyway. I kind of made myself a Devilman Crybaby Eat-A-Bag. This is it so far. I have a couple of pre-orders, but they're not gonna fit in here. But anyway, oh my God, I love Devilman Crybaby. Anyway. Anyway, so yes, I was putting together an Eat-A-Bag for that. So I figured more charms were coming from my pre-order. I just figured, oh, I love this sound. Anyway. That's what I figured was coming. But I looked into it, and it turns out it's from Denver Doll. And it turns out that earlier than expected, my Doll Zone jeans new body shipped. And I was like, are you kidding me? I couldn't believe it. So it shipped, and that's what was expected to come. And I actually already had yesterday off. So I was like, oh my God, it's going to come today. Yeah, my post office sucks. Because you know how we are about our packages, I had even called the post office and was like, look, I will be home today, deliver this package. And they didn't. they still left a slip saying, I was not here, which is a lie. I was here. I was here. I was playing Sims 4 and waiting. But whatever. I plan to get it. I want to get it during the week. You know, I don't want to wait till Saturday, but it's probably going to be Saturday, which will be cutting it close because I may be going to a doll meet that day. I'm not sure yet. Again, check Instagram. I'm not feeling the best, and I don't know if I can go to that doll meet and be okay, and I don't want to bring the room down, you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. So we shall see on that, but I need to get that body. It's very, very important that I have him together. It makes me upset that I couldn't have them together all this time, so I don't want to hold off very much longer. So yay, hopefully he will be complete soon. Oh my god, I hope they checked the body and didn't send me the same one. As if they send me the same one again, you know I will flip out. Like, that will be it. I will flip out. And maybe there's something I could do about the body. Like, I'm really, really nervous about it, to the point where I'm like, should I even record the box opening? Because what if I do it and like the same thing happens again? But we shall see. I'm just excited that hopefully he'll be together soon, because I love his face, and the fact that I haven't been able to look at it all this time just bothers me. So last but not least, and I wish I had more doll related news, such as like I've been sewing or this or that, but I haven't been because of the stuff going on, and also just, well, mostly just that, but also I haven't built up confidence in myself when it comes to sewing, and I really need to, because yeah, as I mentioned before, I want to learn basic doll pieces, but also like I have dolls where it's going to be impossible to find them clothes, and they need things, okay? Like, I don't care what it is, even if it's like some crappy piece of garbage, I mean, they need things. So yeah, but it's been too rough for that. So last but not least, we have Benny here. And before like shit hit the fan in my life, I actually worked on his mod. So I will show what I've gotten done so far, which is a lot, actually. If you can see, like, it's almost done. And by almost, I probably mean like this will need an hour or more of sanding, because I used the rotary tool to get most of the boobage gone. But when it got to this point, I got super duper nervous that I would nick his body too much, because it's hard to control the rotary tool. I did the best I could, and I actually got the extender part they suggest, that if you want more control over it. I got that part, but it still felt uncomfortable to me. So I decided to just forego that for the rest of it and just sand and sand and sand. But unfortunately, I've jacked up my hands while I was trying to do it the first time. So I didn't finish it that day, even though I wanted to. And I haven't been able to go back to it because of stuff. But I did take suggestions of people on Instagram and got some gloves, so I'm not tearing up my hands while sanding. And hopefully I will have him finished soon, or at least that part soon. I still need to redo his face up. I want to, like, if you're wondering what I want to do for his face up, I love this face up. I love it so much, but I just want to make it more pink, pretty much. But like, I don't know. I want to put like a little more dark around his eyes. I'm not sure. The only thing I'm mad about is getting rid of these eyebrows. Because boy, do I love these eyebrows. If you can see, whoa, I moved the camera. If you can see the eyebrows, I love them so much. But I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I want to make it so that it's more like how it is in my head. And with that comes sacrifices. So, since I'm not done with his mod though yet, his chest mod, I decided to keep his face up because I was like, he might as well just keep it. I'm not completely done with his body yet, so I might as well not get distracted with needing to do his face. So yeah, that's why he still has his old face up. And I did find his wig eventually. Actually, I love this wig on him. I don't know why I do. It's just cute. It's just very and simple. I still don't think I'm going to get him a new wig because I kind of want one with like bangs that go like this, and that's hot pink underneath and black for the rest and kind of curly. I think it'd be super cute and it fits more what's in my head, but we shall see. We shall see if I do that for him because I don't think I I have the skill set to make it without wasting materials, and I don't want to waste materials. So I would rather someone else make it, but we're talking probably like an $80 wig for this guy. And I'm like, do I really want to do that for him? Probably, but you know, it won't be right now. So yeah, that's the only updates I have. I wish I had more. I really do, especially doll related ones, but I do not. It has been slow on all doll projects, doll stuff for a bit now. But I'm hoping to change that. I really do. I want to finish his mod. Hey Murphy. I really want to finish his mod, and on top of that, I want to get him in the halter that he has waiting for him. And I want to make him, this is so random, but to go with the halter, I really want to make him shorts. It is an obsessive thought that just will not leave my head. I want to make him shorts. So that is the plan. So yeah, that's all I have right now. I don't have, I'm hoping to have more at some point, but it may take a while before I'm able to get to that, because I don't think this weekend I'll probably get much done. I'm hoping, but you know, we shall see. And I know if I end up going to the doll meet, I'll at least be inspired to actually work on my dolls, because that's what happens when I get surrounded in dolls. I'm like, oh, I want to do projects for them. So yeah, let me go ahead and end this because I have no idea what else to say. And Murphy is starting to destroy stuff because I'm not paying attention to him, and that's how he rolls. So thank you so much if you watched and, you know, paid attention to all of this. I miss you guys very much, and I hope to see you more often. And sorry I've been away. So thank you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.